Summary. In the beginning. In the reluctant journal of Henry K. Larson, Henry K/Casper Larson is a 13-year-old boy who lived in Ontario with his mother, Francine Larson, father, Pete Larson, and his older brother, Jesse Larson. Everything in Henry's life was perfect until one day Henry's older brother Jesse showed up at school, Port Salis Secondary, with a rifle to put an end. Henry was assigned a therapist bullying Jesse named Cecile when he came to get Henry to talk about his inner feelings, about what Henry calls after this horrible incident. As Henry dwells in his new school, without forgetting he comes across Farley, who eventually becomes best friends with Henry until she got over Jesse's death. They had a lot of things in common, especially the fact that they both loved the Global Wrestling Federation and rented an apartment building there. And Saturday night smash and Henry went to a new school. They shared many classes together, for a fresh start. Even the Reach for the Top class, which is where Henry comes across Alberta, where at first she gave the cold shoulder, but in time they become friends and love interests. Extract number 1. For this first extract, I chose Henry because he is a unique and vital character in this story, because his family is on a temporary hold. His brother is dead, and he is stuck with a therapist that tries to get Henry to talk about his feelings, and he still holds himself together by keeping his feelings in. The middle. As Henry and his father moved into their brand new apartment, they come across a resident, Karen Vargas, who seemingly took an interest in Henry's father, seeing as his wife wasn't around. They also came across another resident, Mr. Atapatu, who was very welcoming by always offering Henry and his dad homemade food. Later in the story, Farley tells Henry that the Global Wrestling Federation is coming to Seattle and they wanted to raise money for the tickets, which were $400, and they found out that they could make the money by collecting garbage and selling it for money, and eventually they made their profits, making enough money for the tickets. Extract number 2. For the second extract, I chose this quote from Henry saying, "If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it really make a sound?" I chose this quote because apparently Karen asked Henry's father out for a cup of coffee, and Henry's friend Alberta spotted them holding hands, which Henry finds extremely aggravating. Anyways, if Alberta had never seen them together, it never would have ended up in flames. Ending. In the end, Henry was able to talk about his inner feelings with Karen, because surprisingly she was, as Henry said, very easy to talk to. And after a horrible accident involving Troy and his friends stealing Henry and Farley's money for the GWF in Seattle, and when Henry triggered Troy, Henry entered the hospital with a mild concussion. It brings his mother to realize that she has to make the most of what she still has, and moves in with Henry and his father. I recommend this book for those who enjoy a good laugh and a happy ending. Also, I recommend reading this book if you are in grade 7 or 8 because it is very informative when the character tells a story. And there is very mature language in this book, so if you're in grade 7 or 8, then